make a motion, we open the meeting then. We have a
Time?
quorum.
Okay.
It is.
It's
6:31.
Second?
Okay, the meeting's called to order. We have some general business to go over, approval of the minutes.
Yeah, so, we had minutes from like last year.
Last year, I can't remember last week.
Let's see, was it that one? And I couldn't find where we had ever approved these. I have minutes from March 1st and minutes from February 21st. I couldn't find in my notes where we have met since then, so I don't think we have approved those.
Now, are you still a town clerk, or you're retired, but you can still do this?
This is a different job, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Tell us about it.
Yes, we are.
Okay.
We still have.
Oh, yes.
Was I there?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Do you want to make copies of those, or?
No,
I have
just the
them.
paper.
You know?
February 21st minutes.
This is the
I
March
don't have them.
I thought we had approved those, but we can approve
Yeah,
them
you were
again.
here.
The February
Yeah, no,
21st ones?
I have February 21st here, so we must have.
Did it say
This
on
was
the
in
March
my-
ones that we did? It was,
I don't know.
Oh, okay, I remember this one.
I didn't write it down if we did.
You're good. If everyone's good, can we have a motion to approve the February
21st.
21st, 2018 minutes?
I'll make that motion.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. On to March.
Oh, okay. I already read that one, did you see this one?
I was in the process.
Were you there?
Yep.
Okay, I already read that one.
So Scott, if you can sign. Yeah.
Yep.
Ed, did you sign in at the, in the
Ed?
guest book?
I make a motion, we accept the March 1st minutes as presented.
And I will second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Thank you.
No, thank you.
Yeah?
Huh? Yeah, the one in there. Oh, plus I've been out in the sun a lot.
Do we have any vouchers?
Nope, you signed them.
Yeah, we did the newspaper as well at the same time. Did I sign them?
Yes. Although we haven't actually gotten that bill yet, so I don't know. You might as well redo that because it's last year's. It didn't encumber the money. I don't know if they're going to process it until we actually get the invoice, which we don't have yet. So we'll do that when it comes in, and I'll ask the accountant to accept it. So, we can talk about the general procedure. I mean, what are we gonna do? We don't have Andy. Hopefully Al's gonna show up. Because we have to have four voting the same.
We can't vote as three?
Well, I have to recuse myself as well. That's the other part of that.
Oh, that's right, we don't have enough members.
You don't have to, but you've been asked to.
I've been asked to,
By who?
Dan Calente.
A select person?
Yeah. I called the state ethics commission.
I remember reading that, yeah.
I talked to a lawyer and he said, if you're a member of the Lions Club, you get no financial remuneration, you're
Right.
an officer, you should be okay. He said, file this form, he gave me the form,
Right.
and file it with the Board of Selectmen, and I sent that to Dan, and I sent it to Joyce, it was her last day,
Mhm.
and I got a note back from Dan last week saying I probably should recuse myself.
Well, can I make a motion at the beginning of all this that if we don't have any other members that show up, I make a motion that I feel with your integrity, I believe that you could still uphold the intention of the sign bylaw for the better of the town, than to just let this table another month or so, that they have to schedule another hearing.
Can I ask a question?
Sure.
Can the select board, I mean, they ask you, can they tell you, or is that just, does it affect anything other than just asking you?
The
I
board
mean, I don't
stands
know, I mean,
alone.
if we need you.
Yeah.
we
I
should,
think
right?
because of all the open meeting law filings that have been made on the select board and things like that, they're just being super cautious.
Right,
Absolutely.
and I think so
And
too.
it can go on the record that you were asked to, that the select. board-
Right, so that would separate them. I just feel for the good of the town, the good of the Lions Club, and what the Lions Club does, I wanna hear all the information first, and I feel comfortable that you'll do the right thing. So, and what's best for the town. So we've always done that here, so.
Who are the other two members?
And
Andy
Andy Baum,
Baum.
who lives in Princeton now.
No, he's actually moved to New Braintree now,
Oh,
Oh,
has he?
he's a bouncer, huh?
yeah. But he will not be able to make it tonight, we found out.
Which we shouldn't, we gotta find a couple more members, but I don't.
Oh, and you're short a member anyway.
Well, we're short an associate member. Alfonso is our
Oh, yeah.
fifth member.
Who was making a call?
Yeah. So we didn't go anywhere with that motion that he made.
Right, still an open motion on the floor.
I'll second that.
All in favor?
You gonna ask for any discussion, please?
Any discussion?
No.
Hearing
I
none?
mean, how can you, I don't know how you can,
How do you vote for that?
we can't really vote for that, can we?
No.
No, I make a motion that he does not recuse himself, that he stays as part of the board. Or we have
Otherwise,
to,
we may never have this meeting.
or we have to reschedule this
We'll
again.
never be able to vote.
Well, if you called Al and Al could make it,
Maybe he forgot.
that
It's
would,
three enough.
That would solve it.
Three
that would
votes.
solve everything.
Right, but if he can't make it,
Do we have his number?
Okay. let's see.
I bet.
I do.
Oh, I thought we needed 4.
Did you look it up to see if we need four?
We need to find that,
Was
yeah.
that too good one?
Might need 4 to overturn a building inspector's.
oh, that's true, could be.
I'm not sure if that's, if you need a supermajority or not.
If need be, could we continue the meeting to a different night, like next week, and get Al here? Leave the meeting open?
I think you could post a meeting to a time specific.
Right,
And,
and still be within the scope of everything.
yeah, you could still, I think you have to open the hearing.
Right,
And then, once you open the hearing, then you could have discussion about the hearing, and because of the lack of quorum,
Right
then
now, I'm looking
postpone
to you as a
meeting
zoning board.
to a time specific.
right,
Are
right.
you able to attend our meeting which we're having right now?
Well, maybe, okay.
Okay, we're in the senior center. All right, good, thank
Now, what,
you. Okay. He completely forgot, he's on his way.
oh,
I
good.
don't know
that's
the
good.
answer to what you need to do for.
Now, why was it denied under which section of the sign bylaw?
Neon signs aren't allowed under sign by law.
Yeah. So, we really can't open the public hearing until 7.
Correct.
Okay, hello,
Hi,
how are you?
Hey, Barbara.
is it the meeting at 7?
Yep. Can you sign in, or we can bring it to you if you, when you sit down. Just don't trip over this stuff.
Yeah.
Do you need a chair? Yeah, want a chair? Yeah.
I thought you were tired.
I did.
That's like my daughter June did too. And now she's treasurer of the Dudley Houghton
What do you want, your small cups?
School District and doing the treasurer's job for where?
How you been?
Oh, not her.
Should be right here.
I don't know, something
Yeah,
else.
June.
Oh,
I'm not even seeing it though.
30 years
Well, this one.
in treasurer's job. The last place was Northborough for the last 20 years.
But it is, it's
She stayed there because she made the most money.
it's right here.
Illumination.
She got off with the fish truck going one time. But she didn't want to update their computers.
304.
And then she got off at Worcester. She was president of the Worcester County Treasurer. And she got it right with the pension balance.
Could you sign it?
For the whole place.
I might say it under
Yeah,
the
for the whole
special
county.
permit, but this isn't a special permit, so.
And so Carol, her nurse is retired too.
I don't be
They have mold when you get two kids retired.
Can't tell yet.
So how are your girls and where are they?
Gail is down in Manheim, Pennsylvania,
Yeah.
and she's
All
got
right,
3
so-
children.
Oh, yeah.
And the oldest just got accepted to West Point.
Excellent. Good, right?
Yeah. Middle daughter Barbara is in Wilmington, and she's got 2
Are we still
boys.
discussing whether or not
And my
you can
son
go to
Danny
Avenue
is
Two?
in Hampton,
Avenue Two or something?
out in
Well,
Springfield.
Yeah,
trying to figure out
And he's
how
got
many members we need.
Oh,
to-
7 grandchildren, yeah.
we got 9.
Wow.
And
Aren't they so happy?
Overruled.
one of our granddaughters, Robin, Nancy
Does it just have to be unanimous?
Nancy went to WPI in
Is
Cornell.
it unanimous or
I went
majority?
to Cornell.
Well,
Oh,
if
she's got a
we're
master's
short,
degree.
it's unanimous, right?
Yeah, and that's what she
No,
husband,
for-
Matt
for
Hopkinson from
overruled
school.
Oh, sure.
decision.
Yeah.
Ah,
He works for the state.
Yeah.
He's out of Bridges. And he was in charge of,
environmental affairs.
oh yeah, well, he used to be a Quabbin.
He did.
And then he.
So,
he's been community
Barbara, we are having our meeting.
Oh,
Okay.
God.
We're not officially running right now, are we?
Well, we haven't opened the public hearing, but we are
Yeah.
in our meeting,
We're waiting for another member.
Oh, okay.
so, just so you know.
So
Would
you're
that be
the
in
board of zoning appeals?
Should it
Yes.
No.
be? Oh, it's in something.
I didn't know,
Oh.
You're in the right place.
4.0.
If you're here for that.
I didn't know 3 or 4 people, so I was selecting for 10 years. School committee for 13.
I gotta get up.
Now they closed.
Yeah.
Well, I'm still going to church. We got the money for the roof. Somewhere.
I can't believe how quick they did that roof.
Out on the church?
Yeah.
Oh, they were on the ball.
You couldn't find a better place than them guys, and that is.
I've never seen anybody work as fast as they did. What
Yeah.
nationality were they?
The guy was from Australia that came and talked to us.
All the workers up there, they were from some other country, little short people, they had like 20 of them up on the roof. They stripped the roof one day and they roofed it the next.
No, we
Done.
can do that, like with
No.
And it was about 10,000 less than the bids we got from people who were gonna use a crane and
Wow.
all that, and we just
Wow.
went up with goats.
They were unbelievable.
And they also helped us, because the town didn't put through their money, and they got us a loan, and our daughter Nancy guaranteed it. And so we had a loan for 26,000 for a year, because they screwed up the article and wrote it wrong. And they didn't charge us any interest.
Oh, that was nice of them. That was nice of them.
Very nice.
I don't see anything out here on it.
Well,
Oh, you did?
this is talking about
You
variance.
can't let the leak in.
This wouldn't be a variance, so would it?
Keep a good roof, you can keep a building a long time.
Well,
That guy from Australia was.
oh, it's in
The application.
Yeah.
Yes, we have to, well, it's not a variance.
He didn't have anything.
Here, you want to see what
What was it?
Okay.
many eyes are better than,
Yep.
Well, we're gonna just go over the things that we needed.
Now we get to the
Hey, Al.
Hi, everyone. Hi.
Woman here.
Unbelievable.
No one.
Okay.
Please.
I got some questions for you,
So that's one of them. This is essentially the same.
We'll pick at that.
No whispering.
Yes. Wait until 7, yeah.
All right, you two.
So we just found in the zoning bylaws, under Article 10 variances, section 10.4, it does say that a decision to approve or modify the application shall require an affirmative vote of 4 members of the board. Doesn't say you do that to reject it, though. It says the Board of Appeals may approve, modify, or reject the application within 100 days. Unless it's extended by writing, in writing. It shall issue a written statement of reasons for its decision. A decision to approve or modify the application shall require an affirmative vote of 4 members of the board. And has to fall under the purpose of, in 10.1. Topography, soil conditions, substantial hardship, financial or otherwise, and it can be granted without substantial detriment to the public good. So we had, Andy has emailed us to say that we were not So if we need a vote of 4, Scott's supposed to recuse himself, that's what we were discussing when we do it. We could postpone to another time when Andy can come. I mean, now that we've had, after 7 o'clock, when we call the public hearing open, and I think the second one is for 7:05.
Right.
Yeah. So at 7:05, we'll call the second one open, and then we could say we don't have people
Doesn't
required.
make sense to even go through it all if we're gonna have to do it while he's here. Let's do that. And if it says 4.
Assuming that Scott's going to recuse himself.
I guess, yeah.
So if there are 4 members, right? To vote.
To vote.
Yeah. So we're in a quandary.
Oh,
Nobody wants to volunteer anymore, so it's hard to fill the boards.
oh, I know. I think I sit there and say I should say yes, but
Oh, I hear you.
I'm 81.
You did your time.
I did it for about 30 years.
Well, what's the feelings of the board?
Well, we got to wait until 7 and call. I mean, you can still discuss, but
Right,
I
right.
guess it's up to what Scott's gonna do.
Should we listen
Just
to
follows
what
that
Roberts have to say?
no, because we can't open the public hearing until 7. Because there might be other people coming.
Oh, that's true. It was listed at 7, I thought it was 6:30.
Yeah, 7.
Oh, okay, I'm sorry.
You can't have discussion until the public meeting is open.
I thought it was
Right.
6:30.
The meeting's open, but we haven't opened the hearing. So
So we got 10 minutes.
we're discussing logistics at this point.
So what
Whether
does,
we can even,
You have to vote, right?
can I ask, what does the zoning law say about this Article 11? That the building commissioner turn this,
Article 11
What is
states
it?
that we don't have neon signs in the town.
okay,
And that's why it doesn't highlight.
yeah.
so 17/3/23.
Is yours, Scott?
And where they put it.
Joyce says,
Oh,
That's it.
No, it's gonna be.
There is a couple copies of
Electricity.
Charlie's
Signed by
Corner.
Robert, yeah.
Mailbox.
under this.
okay, I think I have it.
Oh,
But
yeah.
that one
Yeah.
would be, there's 2 of them.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, there's two of them.
Oh, there's two of them, I didn't know that.
Yeah, there's two of them, and the reason why we did it as two different, I mean, it's the same denial, but the reason we did it as two different ones is because the abutters are different. The other, you know where we have the sign in Charlie Clark's corner now? So that wooden sign would be replaced by a mechanical sign.
Okay.
It's similar to what we have up by the
rec field there, right?
the rec field. It's a similar sign.
But not neon.
It will be neon.
Oh.
It will be neon. Well, it's not neon, it's LED.
But who
What's
wants
that?
that? We cut around it all the time. I don't.
Hello.
Hi. And one of the abutters that was invited to the meeting?
Yes. Well, I
See it
Thank
anywhere.
you, Chair. There's the signage.
Oh, so it's over
Dr.
there.
Dave.
If you would sign, please.
my notice was, this was to the church, so I called the two people that are home.
You just finished reading
You just get it, and it's too.
Frederick Douglass.
Yeah.
And Frederick
You know the
Douglass
rules.
is biography.
Well, there's two possible ones, but the Lions Club will probably only be able to afford one.
That's good.
And the one would probably be Charlie Clark's corner to
She's
replace
also on historical.
the one that's there. And
Somebody said that.
Commission is voted by the, yes, voted by the governor.
Need to be
The
watching when they
society
go
is a
into
bunch
that
of people who meet
intersection.
over Peace Street, Pastry. So where did he die?
Yeah, because I was wondering why my Mary got, Mary Taylor.
I would have been there or there.
But-
Two different locations, that's why.
But, because she's.
I
never got a notice.
15 or 20 acres up
Where did
behind
he
her
die?
house.
Actually, maybe.
We don't know this? You guys don't know this?
No, you
Yeah,
should have
yeah,
gotten
you
one.
serious?
I never got a notice.
The
Did I
church
get a
got it.
notice?
Did you get a notice?
No.
Did you get a notice?
But Mary has like.
Whatever, I'm not
50
worried
acres
about
up
it
behind her
here.
house. So then I thought, well, maybe that belongs to something, but she's on that other side of the road.
I just thought because we live in the neighborhood.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, anybody within 300 feet
Closer to the church.
of the location is fine. Look at
Oh,
notification.
okay, so she would get it
They could come.
across the street, sure.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
And you get it because the property is actually the whole school property,
Yeah,
so it's you being down there.
yeah.
It's,
And this is a sign that the Lions Club wants to put up?
It has LED lights.
It's the same type of illumination that's at the one at rec field.
Does it look like the one at the rec field? Like, do you guys?
No.
Joyce, what about the other guy?
Oh, skin cancer.
Huh?
Skin cancer.
Oh, basil cell?
Hey, she retired and told her husband to do something, and he said no. It's that quick sometimes.
I didn't think you'd be here. I thought you were retired.
This is a different job.
Oh, this is a different job?
Yeah.
Oh,
She's the secretary for the board.
I did not know that.
Hello.
do we want to suspend the hearing until 7 at this point if we're not going to discuss anymore?
Right. Or we should.
Well, can we leave, it's only 6 more minutes, can we leave it open?
We can leave it open.
We only have 6 more minutes, so. We'll just leave
Yeah,
it open.
well,
I thought it started at 6:30.
we should wait till 7 because other voters probably should.
Right.
You
That
didn't
would,
get your notice, that's the way you didn't have the right time.
I was told the hearing started at 6:30, so,
I came at 6. And I sent you the email.
to 6:30.
Yeah.
I checked emails this week, I
I
didn't
need
see it.
$10,000 to fix the AC at the
Should we open a couple doors, want the air in? Oh, they are, is it that air up there?
It's not the warmest, just the time of day. Almost the hottest time of day.
Yeah, it's only 81.
I like hot weather, so. Best time of the year.
Can't breathe when you get to my age.
I won't live that long, so I'm not gonna worry.
So our kids bought us 2 more acres. What are you? 2 more acres.
Go ahead. Hello.
Oh, this is this Carol, yeah.
Sign in.
Gotta sign in.
trying to keep people from going.
This may be the.
We had that, remember
I know.
Frank made?
We usually don't get too many
We had a light in
attendees.
it, but we used to have a lady
Woman.
woman.
Oh, yeah.
And they made us take that down.
Announcements outside,
Oh,
since
yeah.
I do.
Was it a light?
Has anybody told you that?
Oh, we've had a
No,
little.
we just don't want
Be careful of the cords.
Yeah.
Francis.
That was all up in
Oh,
this.
yeah.
Pull one of those chairs over, or start another row in the back,
Yeah,
probably.
That was
We had a table set up.
grandfather.
Yeah.
People come in and try
Yeah.
to.
But it was like.
One of the lines was that.
Really? No?
I don't know why.
Thanks, Ranger.
Either of you ladies.
Really?
Still working, I know we hired you. Except for the summers, I'm summer. That's summer.
Ed, are you doing the presenting, or is you and Tom?
The Dave.
Tom and I,
You know,
yes.
Thanks.
I'll do the
You
major.
put one thing, but you take,
I
yeah,
appreciate
you
it.
pour other things in, yeah.
What a crew.
3 minutes.
I know, I heard the church bells around these, and I thought of you.
I just
No, it just goes.
But then I haven't heard them lately.
Same
Yeah,
as-
I went up to
Maine this
Your
past
town's
weekend, it
mentioned
was
so.
5
very
days, so
liberally
it
numerous
would have
times
gone
about the
down,
book.
so.
Oh,
It'll be back on tomorrow.
Oh, okay. No worries. No, it was just nice to hear that again. And then I thought, well, maybe they got some kind of like
Where'd you go? I don't remember this time.
Yeah, I'm a timer.
That's
You're
what
the
I
timer.
It's been going good
Didn't say
before
we
she
were
went,
winning.
because I hear it.
Yeah.
I do.
Done my house.
Yeah, I love
They
it.
are open to public
Yeah.
meeting.
I couldn't hear, what's that?
Isn't it to close the first part of the meeting before we open the public meeting?
No,
No, I don't think so, no.
Just open the public hearing.
They did a nice job on the food. Wow. That's
Library.
All the library.
Yeah.
Isn't that beautiful? Yeah.
beautiful.
Between that and the sidewalk on Elm Street is
Oh, yeah, that's nice too.
it's
Yeah.
incredible.
Yeah.
It's so nice.
We're scheduled for the cutoff road to get something done in 2 years. The road might not be there by then.
Oh, what should be repaved?
I don't know. It was in the list of things that got turned down for the overpass.
Oh, the to-do list, yeah. But, no, that sidewalk is just fantastic.
Yeah.
They did such a good
very nice.
job. They did a gorgeous job. And they came back in the spring.
I know.
Put the
Fixed the
grass
pond
in and
and-
cleaned everything up and.
Made a mess down that way.
They
Yeah,
made a
cleaned
mess
up.
with the new guy that's in, Luther Schaff's house.
Oh, yeah.
All the trees are down past his house, and it's a mess.
But they haven't had to do the sidewalks.
Joyce, is the first hearing for 40 Main Street or 7?
7, I believe.
Oh. See, we didn't get the other one, I guess, because we're not close to 40 Main Street then.
Yeah.
Ah. So there's 2 things going on.
Of course.
So double whammy.
Yeah. I kind of assumed we discussed them together because they're essentially the same problem.
It is now 7 o'clock.
process.
Right on the nose.
Can I have a motion to open the public hearing?
I'll make a motion to open the public hearing at 7 o'clock.
So, welcome everyone. This is a public hearing to overturn a building inspector's decision on 2 sign applications put forth by the Hubbardston Lions Club, and they were denied because the signs were illuminated. Apparently every other part of the sign, size and shape, everything else met, is just the illumination issue. But before we get started, we'll talk a little bit about what we're going to do, and we'll introduce ourselves so everyone knows who we all are. We'll have the public hearing, we'll have the presenters, petitioners present their case. Then we'll allow the board members to ask questions. And after that, if anyone, after we go through that process, if anyone from the public wants to make statements or ask questions, and we can do that as well. And we can, may or may not at that point close the hearing and either vote tonight or vote at a later date. Just to let everyone know, the Hubbardston Lions Club is the petitioner. I'm also, as chairman, my name is Scott Janssens. I'm also a member of the Hubbardston Lions Club. I've approached the State Ethics Board to make sure that I didn't have to recuse myself. And, they gave me a ruling that I did not need to recuse myself. But if anyone feels, anyone in the public feels differently, I will absolutely recuse myself. If we do that, we will not have enough members to vote on this variance at this time. And we'll have to continue it to a future date. Is anyone from the public? Okay. So, again, Barbara, yes.
I think that you should recuse yourself. I don't think that's, you must have another member that can.
We don't, we can't do the hearing unless we have somebody else.
No, I'm saying there must be another member that can vote next time or whenever.
Yeah, we could do that.
Yes, I think that's fairer.
Absolutely.
Of course, I don't know how you vote. That's a big assumption.
And honestly, neither do I until after the hearing.
That's a big assumption.
So, do we want to?
I make a motion, we just continue or stop the hearing to a later date.
We can continue. We'll have a second to continue the meeting. All in favor?
Aye.
Thank you all for coming.
Would that be a time specific
Yeah, we'll have
that you
to-
set now
We have to,
Yeah, we
while
have
the
a time
hearing is
frame.
open?
Okay.
yeah. And if everyone has signed in on the sign-in sheet
Yeah.
and includes their address or phone number, I will, if for some reason the date changes because the person who's not here is the person that we need to have, so, you know, if we can't come up with a date where Andy can be here and it changes, then I can contact any interested parties.
Okay.
Okay. Suggestions on dates?
So make sure you signed and then give me your address over there, since I don't have access to addresses anymore.
I'm not available until the 29th of July after this week.
What's our cutoff date?
That's a good question. 100 days.
I'm also on a butter,
I know.
but I never got a notice, so does that mean I can't vote either? Which means we can't have a hearing then.
Maybe I could make a statement.
Yeah, it'd be nice if you could just never know what we're going to do next time.
Well, I'd just like to make a statement that the only reason the Hubbardston Lions Club is coming here and sponsoring this is because we're the ones that would be paying for the sign. The sign costs about $3,800 and we've raised those monies so that we could use them for community use. And we've checked with the select board and the town administrator, and they think that this community sign would be great because of the information that would get to people in town when town meetings are, tax times, and also the Lions would be able to use it for when they have their events like Field Day and the Halloween Haunt, and like we just had the Hubbardston Fair. So the sign is actually, these are other towns that have them. There's North Road.
So if this doesn't get approved, then does this mean that the town will keep paying for the one they had at the rec field? Because I believe the town pays for that one, right?
I'm not sure.
That generally, I think that sign was given to the DPW with a grant.
Okay.
Disaster.
So that's for emergency issues.
Well, no, they put stuff out there.
No, they do. You can use
Right.
it for anything else.
Right, right.
So it's primary
diagram
purposes.
of what the actual
Correct.
signs is
Yeah.
that looks like that you would like to get?
Well, it would be very similar to these. I think it has a colonial top to it. And,
Where would the one
so
by the library go? Where you
Something like
talking
that,
about putting
but
it?
the siding, yeah.
Cedar.
yeah.
And it's gonna be, I think, cedar, wood, and then the sign in.
It's not pretty.
There's two sidings and,
Yes.
you know, one could be used,
Shingle.
or both could be used. The one siding is out here, right near the mailboxes, where the mailboxes are. The other siding is at Clark's Corner,
No, we have
and
to.
you have 300 feet of that. And the signs would be perpendicular to the road, so that the sign
We're
could be
gonna
read from
close
either
the
side.
public portion of
Um,
this
The
We
town,
won't close. we
the
won't
town
continue.
really could have done the hearings themselves, but we're the ones
So, but what are you
that
gonna
are
do?
sponsoring it because we have raised enough funds and we think it would be good for the community. Obviously, it would be good for the Lions Club too, because our events would be publicized there. And
In this
the
day and
Lions,
age.
the Lions uses all the money that they raise to take care of a lot of community needs in town, whether it's Boy Scouts and Girl Scouts and people who have needs.
So would the public have any input on the choice of it, because these aren't pretty? And
I think it
they're
would be helpful
hideous.
to see what it would
Yeah.
actually look like.
I don't think we wanna look like
What it
Holden
looks like in
anymore.
other towns.
Maybe
Do you have a diagram?
Do you have a diagram of that?
That's in
It's
here.
nice, but it doesn't really, but it gives us a better
These are
idea of
other
brightness
towns.
of
And we
the.
One
want
in there is
how
a
the
diagram
first,
of
light is
what
the
they would
first
look
Yeah.
like.
and
And they have a colonial look
we have
to
to
them.
continue it.
Now, how is it, is it,
Colonials never had
is it backlit illumination or is it
It's
lit or is it LED?
LED.
So
That
that,
Unless you ever gotta go get a sign.
it's that, but unfortunately it doesn't really show.
Everything
Yeah, but
was
is it-
email, I don't think you
Wood.
read it like you
But-
used to.
What I'm saying is, are there the dot type letters that
Yes.
change? So it is like the Holden one, or the one that's up at the field right now?
Yes, it's similar to that one, like the stuff.
And
But
if you
it's
go
not
by the
gonna be
one in
on-
Holden very much, you cannot read the whole.
No, and it has a timer on it, so that it's not, you know, you can control the hours that it's on and off, so that it, you know, it wouldn't be like, there's no sense in running it all night long, or, you know, you'd be running it in, probably in the times when people are going to work and coming home from work, so that they'd be aware of what was going on in town.
Potential
It would
dates.
be helpful to have an actual photograph of
Yes.
it, so that you could really
August 5th.
know what it might look like.
Yeah, so is this bigger than what the zoning allows?
No, size-wise, yeah.
They're in a state that the only issue is the illumination.
The type of illumination.
Now,
Okay.
if this went up at Charlie Clark Corner, with the one that's there coming down,
Beth, I'm sorry.
Yeah, me too.
You got block
What
on
do you
it?
think, Al, August
So
5th?
that would be
August 5th? Do-
the hand.
Sure.
right, right. I just didn't know whether you're gonna have two signs up there or
No,
just one.
it would just be the one time.
And how would it be manipulated? Who would have to have, is it gonna have to have a telephone line to it to use a remote control?
It has a
computer?
remote control that changes whatever message you'd like to put up.
So could the church put a message in it then? Could the church put it in?
Sure. Yeah.
But can't you think of something else that 3,800 would feed some kids at the school or something that really would matter?
But we have, we spend about $12,000 or $13,000 a year on town organizations. And that's generated by the food truck and also generated by the beef raffle. And the Hubbardston Lions Club has been in town maybe 45 years.
Oh, I know.
So it's gonna be by the mailbox? Yeah. The ones for the town offices, over here on the corner, the clean clothes house. Now,
So you're gonna schedule another meeting or you don't know?
if
No, shoot for
it goes off by 8 o'clock at night,
August 5th.
August 5th.
that is
The best.
Figure out how we
Highway,
need to find
no, the
out.
highway, no, they're talking about the one
Ladies and
that's
gentlemen, we want to, ladies and gentlemen, we want,
Wayside.
Hello,
There we go.
hold on.
we want to close the public hearings and continue it to August 5th, so we can have a proper discussion on this. So we can do this in order, make sure everyone is heard, and then we can make a good decision. Can I have a motion to continue?
Well, we have that, we
Well, I
already have
already
that
did
motion. We need to, first, we need to,
Second motion.
Now we need to call.
We need to close this first one and
Second.
open the second one, correct?
Second hearing, open it and close it.
Yep, and so I'll call the second hearing for the Charlie Clark's Corner sign, public hearing open. And since we don't have a quorum,
8:26.
26.
Excuse me, 7:26.
I'm going to ask that we continue this to August 5th at 7 PM at 7:05 as well. Do I have a motion for that?
I'll make that motion.
Do I have a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Thank you. Thank you, everyone.
Thanks for coming.
so we need to make a, things we need to find out.
You gotta find out about him?
That.
No, we already
Sign
know
it.
about me. You gotta find out about me.
People are getting.
So should I call?
Glaring all night long. And it's a similar sign, designed to what the board is there now, but make it.
Same size.
Could've gone to my
It's a
sister.
similar design as to what the Wayside Hope it was, but with the no permanent signs on the common, we had to take it down. But it's that colonial,
great
it's not
swamp.
that just square
Yeah.
modern.
You gotta get over these wires, Nadia. Well, let him go.
Both sides. You know,
Carol.
I
I haven't done that.
Did you miss it?
I'm on you. I
It's going to be gone.
Bring him in, trip, that's
Just
all.
want to make sure you're okay.
Yeah, nice meeting you.
You too.
Okay, August 5th. I'll be here.
So, August 5th, you
But
could come
get something more.
and not be on the committee.
And actually see what we do.
Or you could be on this.
No, it's
Oh, that's
Yeah, that's,
separate?
yeah, you know,
got a lot of
have
hats.
somebody render it,
Yeah.
you know, so that they have to work an
So,
idea. I think these, sounds like Carol Pearsall liked the idea of being able to turn it off.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. Electricity-wise, it makes sense.
My biggest thing, I live right there. The biggest thing that bothers me, I have to keep all my shades down in the front of the house because of all the headlights of the cars. You know what's the biggest problem? Is the mail delivery trucks that come every 2 hours, all night long. And the banging. I put rocks at the end of my drive, down below, because they were cutting off to the tree there, and they bang and boom.
Yeah.
That's the most, that bothers me more than
Where
anything.
did I go?
Did he leave?
Oh, you can put my chair away, so I'm gonna put the chair back. Here, very
So we
nice.
need to,
Should I call and check on me? To the ethics?
Yeah.
Do you have a-
Joyce, we're not gonna be here August 5th, so you don't have to send me a notice.
Yeah. I'm not sending any notices to you people because you were here,
Okay.
Well-
unless it changes from
Yeah.
August 5th.
Can I ask the question though, should we get their input?
You can submit something in writing if you want it to be read
So
at the
you can at least be
hearing.
heard at the
But she
hearing?
told us, basically, if we should have a better rendering of what it'll look like, so it'll look like a colonial type of sign. And we can certainly do that, and we have the ability within the Lions Club to build good woodworking, like we
Can you
did
make a miniature one, Ed?
on the gazebo.
You got a couple of good guys who can do almost anything. How about a miniature one?
So, unless the date
Just a
changes,
thought.
then I'm not gonna comment.
Okay, just,
And if you do want something to, you know, your opinions of something, or whatever it may be, you can send it to the address on the notice that you
That way at least you have the input.
Not the tax collector.
Okay,
all right.
thanks for
Put
coming.
it in the town newsletter now, or is that still another
I
town?
don't know.
Were you gonna send me a thing for the
What
Lions
was
Club,
that?
field day?
You didn't get one?
I didn't get one.
Oh, actually, no, I was waiting for somebody to get back to me on something. but-
Okay, because I am working on what started out as a grumpy old man contest, the reverse of a baby contest, where now it's that might be silver foxes or, I forget what the other one is,
Yeah.
which takes both male and female, but it hasn't been,
Okay.
it's not set in stone yet, we're just kind of playing with it.
Yeah, kind of spitballing it with the senior center and
You know,
seeing what they
it was
think.
kind of suggested several years ago, and,
Oh, thank you.
well,
Yeah.
Just
Got one
a
ended here,
funny
okay.
tongue in
Thank
cheek
you all.
kind of thing.
Thank you, Ed.
Thanks, Ed.
Good night, Ed, take care.
Just something for people to have fun and,
Yeah.
you know, get more people out.
another thing to get people involved.
Different generation.
Yeah. Okay, we'll get out of here now.
Yeah.
All right, thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, so we are going to,
As an unpaid volunteer of this town, can we have a discussion amongst ourselves?
Well, are we still in a hearing, or are we closed?
No,
As part of,
we continue.
well,
Interpretive idea.
yes.
Interpretive, not so much meeting idea, but interpretive idea. After reading the zoning law, it seems as though whenever that was instituted, voted upon and approved, they wanted to cut any sign that came into this town right at the knees.
Mm-hmm,
Boom, it's out of the question.
correct.
You don't want it. Okay. So is the law prohibiting signage, or is the law prohibiting lighting? If the law prohibiting either was the intent of that bylaw, is the town itself breaking the bylaw by putting the sign at the playground field?
Yes,
yeah,
I could
yes, they
Not
are.
just a sign, it's
Well, when it
lighting, right?
When it comes to, it's,
No, it's one or the other.
Yeah.
they are violating it because it's not an emergency situation. That sign was purchased and it's supposed to be utilized for emergencies. And unfortunate, right now, as we're hearing from a few people, they don't want that, and it is in the bylaw, so it says we can't do that. So if it's not an emergency, they technically aren't supposed to use that. But nobody's applied for a permit, so it hasn't come up.
So
and the other illuminated signs that we have in town are either grandfathered or it hasn't been enforced. For example, like the Bud Light sign that's in the food mart window.
Right.
You know, that.
Little Gardner did the same thing years ago, and they did the same type of bylaw, and you couldn't have the chasing
Right.
lights in the window, and you couldn't have that flashing on and off, you know, we're open, we're closed signs, and they all have it.
Did we change
Yeah,
the
but-
bylaw?
no.
So what do we do?
It's just not enforced?
You know, and I hear what Barbara Hubbard was saying about not wanting to look like Holden, but
They're not holding.
I'm not sure.
But I know that sign is, it's right there when, you know.
I think it's a good thing to get information out to people, but the bottom, the other side of the coin is, the bylaw is the bylaw, and it says what it says. The only way to make this right would be to go back and try and change the bylaw, I think.
And then what about that sign? Do we have any?
Technically,
I
we're
mean,
not the
It's already
enforcers,
happening too.
but we're not the enforcers, that's not our job here. Our job is to hear this hearing and apply the zoning and our opinion under a variance. We're not here to point fingers at anybody else. So, can we say it during the hearing? Yes, we can. But, if you want to get down to ethics and technicalities, that's what we're here for, I think.
Right. I mean, you can't, or you guys can't just vote for something because you think it's a good cause.
Right. Oh, I think it's a great cause, and I think it's awesome. I think it's something the town needs,
I
but,
wonder if there's other options too.
But see, again, I'm thinking of the higher ups. So, all these people who have been here at this meeting tonight, to the best of my knowledge is limited, I've only been here 20 years, have all been, at some point in their existence, active members of boards in this town.
some of them,
Some of them.
yeah.
Right?
Right.
Right,
Yeah.
okay, and so, I'm thinking, well, they would know the operation, the workings of the town government, and they would know the people involved in the town government. because a lot of the faces are familiar, they're still very active in attendance, just as public citizens. Okay? I would think that if you're talking to the select board, they said they talked to the select board, if they said they had talked to the town administrator, that they would say, well, it's really quite clear. We have a zoning issue, rather than a zoning board of appeals issue. Technically, there is no hardship.
But part of our job as being on the zoning board of appeals is to hear applications for variances and modifications of the denial by the building inspector. This is why they're here.
Right, they're not asking for variance, they're
Correct.
asking us to overrule
The building inspector's decision,
decision.
which is
I
one of
don't
our
know what
jobs.
basis you would do that.
Right.
But we probably shouldn't even be discussing this because we said.
The hearing is closed, so technically, that's
No,
true.
it's continued, it's not closed.
Continue.
Well,
Yeah, we'll continue.
so officially, we shouldn't discuss anything.
Right.
Right, but I think we need to talk about what we need to find out before the next meeting.
Absolutely.
You need to find out if you can participate.
Right. And if I can't, even if Andy's here,
We can't vote on it unless
we can't
Unless
have,
another
Bob
member.
participates.
if he doesn't recuse himself, then you don't have enough members.
So we'll have to talk to the Board of Selectmen about that. Because if we don't vote on it,
Unless we can get an alternate appointed next month.
Yeah.
Do we know anyone who's
Can we go ask them right now? They're in there.
and,
Would it be a temporary, like the one meeting they would
Well,
do it, or
we need
the person
to-
would have
No,
to
we
be?
have, we
We're
should
still-
have an associate member, we haven't had one for a while.
Bill Frankie was our last, right? I think it was Bill.
and then technically, if we don't vote on it, because we can't vote on it,
Nothing happened?
It dies.
it dies or passes.
I think it's approved.
It's approved.
Oh, then we have to do something, because that's not right. To allow
What do
it
you
to
mean it would
happen.
be, how would it would be,
Like
what do you
jail.
Because it's like, if you
That's
don't
right.
act on it within 100 days,
It automatically
then,
gets approved.
oh, meaning even if we don't vote at all,
right.
Right.
If we can't vote because we have,
They
Scott
can
has to
do it?
recuse,
is that what it means?
I believe so. I mean, it doesn't make
Oh,
sense.
good.
Folks done?
It's nice over there.
We need selectmen input.
No,
Did
our
the meeting
meeting, our
adjourn?
mee's not over, but the
Hey,
public
you guys
hearing
gotta get
is
the chairman.
continued.
Select the chairman, too.
We have a dilemma.
Yeah.
For this hearing on
For these two Lions Club
Lions
members,
Club, you
they
can't be here, you're both members of the Lions Club, so.
Oh, jeez.
That's, you see,
So what's the problem? There's more selectmen
Go
next
over
door
there.
that aren't members. We
Well,
can have them come in.
Yes, please.
What's the dilemma? Can we at least hear the dilemma?
The bottom line is,
You all get there.
the Lions Club wants to put these two signs up and it's in violation of the zoning laws.
Right,
You can't,
Are
you
you
can't do
enjoying
it.
your time
Okay.
so far?
So, he's a member of the Lions Club.
yep,
State Ethics Commission said he's okay to, because he's not paid by a Lions Club, so he could be a member on the board. The select board, Dan Galante,
Those
asked
girls?
us not to be here, recuse yourself because you are a member.
Voting.
If you do listen to much,
On this
I don't see much
application
TV
to
today.
apply to,
there's a
for
commercial.
the sign, the
It's on the
illumination
radio.
sign. I'm also
Sounds
a
like
button
one
and
of
butter
those, 3 or 4
Yeah.
girls in the
to the one
background.
right here in Main Street.
Every time I hear it,
So,
it's your
I
face.
should recuse myself too.
Yeah, it's not that hot. They haven't done
Because I'm a
commercial.
butter, you're a butter, you should be able to be on the board.
shouldn't or can't?
That's what
Well, not about the ethics commission, but.
And how about you, shouldn't or can't?
well, the ethics lawyer said, as long as I file
A certain form.
a certain form with the Board of Selectmen, which I did,
Okay,
and the Board of Selectmen, you
yeah,
feel comfortable,
Come on in,
and
Dave.
still staying on,
Yeah.
it's a yes.
yeah.
But Dan said, I think you should recuse yourself.
He's one member of the board of selectmen. We gotta put it to a vote of 5.
Well, that was his input, is all.
So we just gotta, because I really shouldn't
He
hear
needs
it,
some
I shouldn't be
answers.
on the board because I'm a butter.
Shouldn't or can't? Same question.
I'll not call the ethics commission and ask them. So,
I think we need to figure out.
we have the Lions Club signs. Technically, which we discussed a few minutes ago, the town is in violation of the sign bylaw because they keep that emergency sign up at the rec field running, which is what is done. But technically, nobody's filed a complaint and the town hasn't applied for a permit, so it hasn't been denied. The Lions Club has applied for the application for the two signs that go to two places it's called like Clark's Corner, and also by the mailboxes here, which the building inspector denied because it's in violation of our bylaw. I can't hear the one on this one, 7 Main Street one, because I'm in a butter, and now we don't have enough members. And if we don't have enough members, then it automatically gets approved, if we don't hear it within 7 days.
Or we can
What do you
get,
think?
or we need one more associate member, which we've been trying to recruit for 2 years.
We're short 2 members.
Well,
No, just one
One.
member.
Well, Andy
Andy should, yeah, Andy should.
doesn't
second
live in
that.
town anymore, but he still tries to come to the hearings and be a member. Legally, you can still do that, but we need, and then we need an associate member,
Yeah.
which we don't have. So we're in a dilemma.
And Ryan knows that you're short.
Yeah, oh, yeah.
And I think everyone's pretty much for it, or there was some opposition for it.
Well, there is, there's
Yep.
opposition.
There was 2.
And how many people showed up?
Great.
For it?
But if nothing happens in 100 days, you said it's a go?
Yeah, but we can't allow that.
Well, no. It's not that simple. It's a little more complicated than that.
And
Hi.
Howdy.
there was an economic coordinator that works for the town, and he
Yeah.
went over the sign bylaws and said it's archaic and it really needs to be changed, it's hard to understand, and that needs to be reworked.
So right now, the town is
It
violating
doesn't
it
help us at the moment.
Yeah,
by using the limited sign we have at the rec field.
yeah.
The Lions Club one is a violation if we approve it. If we approve it, that means you open up the present neighborhood.
If you,
Correct. And we need another member. Technically, you're a member of the Lions Club.
Right.
Ethics Commission said that he could still chair, and he's not being paid by the Lions
That's
Club.
what Ed was just telling me, it came down from the state.
Right.
Well, the state lawyer said, I'm fine. I should be fine. I'm not paid by the Lions Club.
That's not a conflict.
I'm not an officer of the Lions Club. He said, gotta pass it by the Board of Selectmen, the appointing authority, which is your group. And I sent it to Dan a few weeks ago, and he said, you probably should recuse yourself.
Technically, I think he's right. I don't, if you remember, I don't think you should be part of the board, because that doesn't, if somebody comes and challenges it,
Right, that's
people
the-
gotta sit.
I'm trying to remember that conflict of interest thing that we all have to do, you know, but if the
Yeah.
state has
It's-
already said,
It's
He's
more
not
to
in
do with money.
conflict.
It's more to do with money. Yeah.
so it's,
I still don't-
then,
I
then
still don't
so it's
think
putting it in
I-
our laps, it's making it like a local, we can
We don't need any
Can
more
we
mechanisms.
make our own
We can find somebody
rule
to
on
get
it?
on the board and do that.
No.
I think it's-
We basically are tied, our hands are tied
Same thing with
from the
Facebook.
state
I'm not-
already, right?
I can't.
Because
I think.
the way it sounds to me is no matter
Yes,
what,
yeah,
you
you
can
may.
do what you want,
Right, well, I think the state
no
said
matter
I
what
could
we
do
do.
it,
yeah.
but I should, or we were selected,
Mhm.
which I did do. And then,
I'll call him tomorrow.
And we can't do it.
I don't know.
at that point, I could say,
Could the selectmen?
I don't
they're
think
already
we-
on
No, because
board.
he had to resign from the party.
Oh, you did?
Right.
Okay, so you guys couldn't do it.
No.
Could you have to get another person? That's not.
Why don't you get a letter from the, I don't know whether state ethics board will give you a letter.
You did, you already got the okay to do it.
yeah,
You got an
Yeah, you
email,
got
right?
Verbal?
yeah, I have a verbal email, I have a verbal, and I sent the form to Dan for outlining the issues. And then I think I could remain impartial, you know, I had to say, I think I can remain impartial.
Yep. Well,
Okay, so,
is Andy still a member?
yeah,
So we have to get him
We're
put on
gonna
the
try and
radio.
get them.
So, Dan saying no does not mean that whole Board of Selectmen says no. Maybe we should put it to a vote at the Board of Selectmen.
well, you
Good
are
idea.
supposed to, oh no, that wasn't one that you were supposed to sign, right? The disclosure form didn't have a selectman's signature on it.
That I said?
Yeah,
No.
no.
It was
Some of
just-
them do, some
It
of
was
them
just a
don't.
notice.
Yeah.
Technically, you're covered with the
Yeah.
notice from the state ethics.
Yeah.
Is there a time concern here, or could it wait like till our next meeting if you factor the?
We have to.
We've
hearing on
continued
within
to
100
August
days,
5th.
Otherwise, it'll automatically get approved.
Within 100 days.
Right.
Next meeting is
We haven't-
April 5th.
we haven't shut down yet.
I mean,
August
August 5th.
You haven't closed the meeting?
No, we have the
Before then.
end of July, we've got a meeting too, I think, didn't Laurie just
What
tell us
happened to
that?
Al?
I think the
Well, we
24th,
haven't
we have
closed our
one
meeting.
near the end, because
I make a
Ryan
motion
has
to close
his
the meeting.
military duty. So,
At 7:46.
So,
do you want us to get it on our agenda for our next meeting?
I think we should.